Hey, so you're thinking about moving to Jupiter, Florida. You want a condo, but man, there's so many choices. Where do you go? Well, we're gonna cover 3 great options today, so stick around. Hey, this is Andy Johnson with the Andy Johnson Group, powered by eXp Realty. And if this is your first time joining us on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, ring that bell so you can get notified anytime we post new videos about Jupiter and the surrounding area. Listen, every day we have people just like you reaching out to us through call, text, and email because they're excited to make Jupiter and the surrounding area their home. And we'd love to hear from you. Whether you're thinking about moving today, tomorrow, or next year, drop us a line. But listen, that's not why you're here. You're here because you're thinking about making a condo in Jupiter your home and you don't know where to start. And I can't blame you. There's so many options. What do you want? Oceanfront, intracoastal view? You want 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 800 square feet, 4,000 square feet, 250,000, over 10 million. There's so many options, and trying to navigate that can get really, really tough. So listen, today we're gonna show you 3 really good choices to start off with, see what you think. So let's get over to the first one and we'll start there. All right, so here we are in our first condo of the day, but I wanted to take a second and tell you a little bit more about what we're gonna be talking about today in these condos. So all the condos that we look at today, each one of them, obviously there's varying prices in the developments depending on the size and also the floor that they're located on. So everything that we're gonna look at today, none of these condos have anything priced higher than above about $850,000. Also, these are not going to be waterfront or water view in the way of intracoastal and ocean. So just so you know, if that's something along the lines of what you're interested in, these 3 may not be the best for you, but there's so many different options to consider. Of course, we want to cover these too, because you can get a great value sometimes when water view or waterfront is not as important to you. You can get better amenities sometimes, or a larger size, or maybe a price that's a little bit less, obviously. Another thing that we get asked a lot is, do I even want to live in a condo? And that's a tough question to answer, but we can definitely help you navigate that. Condos are great to the extent that you can just come, get in, get out. You don't have to worry about all the maintenance and the upkeep because the majority of condos are going to handle all of that on the exterior of the unit for you. But every condo is different. So you really got to dig into what's important to you so you know that you found the best fit. One other thing in the way of HOAs, that's another thing that people, or condo association fees, I guess COAs, that people ask us a lot. And every condo building is going to be different in what they cover. It also varies on what they keep in their reserves. Some condos keep lower reserves, and when there's time for an assessment for, new patios or painting, or the elevator needs repaired, then they're going to have to do an assessment. Other ones charge more upfront, and when those types of things need to happen, they don't have to go to the homeowners at all because they keep all of that in their reserves, and it makes it nice and easy. So now let's talk about where we're at, which is Jupiter Bay. I want to take you over here real quick. Hold on, join me just a sec. All right, so here we are. Like I said, I'm in Jupiter Bay Condos right now. I'm sorry, it's really windy today, but it's absolutely beautiful out. And I just love this little waterfall and then lake, and you can kind of see all the condos in this development that are surrounding this. So again, you don't get the intracoastal or the ocean view, but you can still have a water view and a great place to relax and enjoy the outdoors. So in here, there's about 359 units throughout the development. You have, I believe, 2-story, 3-story, and 4-story buildings located in here. Great community. 2 heated pools. They've got 2 different areas for parties in here as well. The association fees are going to run around $650 a month, but a lot of times that'll vary depending on the size of the building you're in and also the size of your unit as well. The prices in here are going to range anywhere from about 400s to the 700 range, again, depending on size, finishes, and things like that. Now, the location over here is fantastic. Let me spin around again And let's see if I can find it. Go back. Okay, so that metal building, that metal roof back there that you can see is the Twisted Tuna. That place is in walking distance to go and enjoy. And you just can't beat that, right? So let's hop over to some different spots, walk around, show you a little bit more about this community and what it has to offer. Hey, so I'm over by one of the pools right now. So awesome. Couple people in there enjoying this beautiful weather, just sitting by the water. You've got to love it. And it's such a cool community. Listen, something I forgot to mention about condos in general down here, they're really a great way to meet people if that's something that you're after. If you're looking for more of a social life, you don't know someone, you know, a lot of condos have activities going on, whether tennis like they have here, or they put together card games. They have mixers to bring the residents together. So many of these condo buildings, while they of course have year-round residents, you know, they have the snowbirds in them too, and people want to know people. They want people to hang out with. So that's a really, really awesome attribute of living in condos. So in this community in particular, you're pretty much going to have 1 and 2 bedroom units. They're going to range from about 850 square feet all the way up to about 1,350 square feet. And these were developed in about the 1980s. Now, like I said, the location over here is amazing. You've got Harborside just to the north. And when I say just to the north, I mean you could walk there, you hop in your car, it's 3 minutes away. Great restaurants, great shopping. You've got Love Street up the way as well. You just can't beat this general area, which we're gonna explore for condos. So listen, I wanna grab a couple snapshots, get you a better view of what this kind of condo or neighborhood looks like, and then we'll hop over to the next one. So I'm standing outside one of the 2-story buildings. There were a couple other things I wanted to mention about this particular community. So these are all catwalk entrances, basically in the 2-story, you know, and you can see it on the buildings over there. All of the front doors are exterior doors. There's no internal hallways. So you don't have quite as much security as you're gonna get with a building where you've got to go through the lobby. You know, maybe you have somebody sitting up front. Also, the elevators here do not have the security of the key pass to get up to your floor, which is something that a lot of people really like as well. Parking's pretty easy, but not assigned, which is something else that people want. And another thing is covered parking is not something that really exists here either. So if those are important things to you, this one may not be the best fit, but the size and location that you get for the price may bring it back into contention. So again, sorry I had to jump in and tell you, I know I said we were going to the next condo. We're gonna do it now. All right, so condo number 2, I'm now over at Ocean Park. So we're even closer to the water as far as walking is concerned. Dubois Park is definitely a walk away, probably a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile. Really, you could walk to Love Street pretty easily from here too. Now we're only about a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile away from where we just were. So again, excellent location. So a couple things I really, really like about this community. For one, I'm gonna do a little spin right here. You can see there's multiple buildings, but there's actually a lot of green space for a condo to enjoy. It is pet friendly in here. And then you just saw me spin by it. You do have covered parking here. Now, not every unit is gonna come with covered parking, but it's available. And that is really cool. Now, this is a non-gated entrance as well. They do have a manager on site. We do have catwalks here again, but elevators for the floors, which is good. And that's something that you gotta make sure of when you're looking at a condo, especially if you're on the 3rd floor. Some buildings out there don't have elevators. And if that's important to you, it's definitely something you want to check on the list that, hey, listen, if it doesn't have an elevator and I'm past floor 1, I don't want it. Some people don't care, just something to be aware of. So these were developed in about the 70s and 80s. These are 2 and 3 bedroom models from about 400 to 800,000, and they range from 1,200 square feet to 1,900 square feet. Folks, I gotta tell you, a 3-bedroom, 1,900 square foot condo under $1 million in Jupiter, Florida is awesome. Now, you're not gonna get the intracoastal views, you don't have the water views, but you get the size and you still get a really amazing location. Internet is included with the HOA, obviously building maintenance, building insurance, you have a private pool here. I believe the manager is on site as well, and that runs you about $650 a month for the association fees, I believe. So it really is an amazing community, and you're gonna have units that have been recently renovated to haven't been touched since the late 70s, early 80s. And hey, listen, if you're looking for a renovation project, that's when you can kind of come in, put your own touches on it, and maybe get some sweat equity out of the deal. We can definitely help you with that. But overall, amazing community, amazing option right down here by the beach. You could walk to the beach too. You probably, as the crow flies, maybe about a quarter of a mile away. So really, really cool choice. Let's take you around the community for a spin. We'll finish up our last condo for the day and wrap this thing up. Okay, so here we are, third condo of the day, and something a little bit different shape, a little bit different architecture. I love these things though. Big balconies, they've got big outdoor areas, which is something that you on the ground floor, which you don't always get with the condo. I'm over in Sea Lofters right now, and talk about close to the water. You're probably maybe 5-minute, maybe 10-minute walk to the water from over here. Excellent community. 1 to 2 bedroom units, about 740 square feet to 1,200 square feet. These are gonna range anywhere from the low 4s to the mid 6s, depending on what you get. One of the really great things about Sea Lofters though is they've got some lax rental restrictions. So that's something you really got to take into consideration when you're considering a condo, is how you're going to use it. Do you want to rent it? And if you are going to rent that thing out, how are you able to rent it? Can you only do it once a year? Can you do it twice a year? Is it a minimum of 30 days? Those types of things definitely come into play if you're not using it year round, and you want to take advantage of being able to rent out your property. But let's walk down here so you can see a little bit more of what we've got to offer here. Nice green space, sidewalks, super quiet. You obviously have a pool in here because pretty much every condo does. Again, just kind of a lock and leave setup. They're gonna manage all of the stuff for you, and this is what I want to get you over to. Pet friendly, just a really cool community. And then we're basically over in Jupiter Ocean and Racket Club. Now this is, I don't think this is part of it, but the JORC is a big community, and something else that we're definitely gonna have to check out. So again, just wanna kind of show you this because again, it's so different and not what people typically think about when they say, I want a condo. So let me show you a little bit more of what this has to offer, and just give you a couple other things to think about if you're considering a condo in Jupiter. right, so I hope you enjoyed checking out those condos. As you see, it's super cloudy now. I guess every day can't be sunshine in Florida, so I'm getting rained on a little bit right now, but it's all good standing under this awesome tree right over here by the ocean. Took me 2 seconds to get here. So anyway, you know, lots of things to consider when you're checking out a condo, and I think that can be one of the hardest parts when you're searching for a condo. You know, what are the rental restrictions? What are the financials of that particular building? What are the rules and regulations? Some are more strict than others. You need to take all of those things and more into consideration. Do you have pets? You know, do you have people that want to visit? With different rules and regulations, all of those things come into play, and that's what we're here to help you navigate and figure out, is what makes the most sense for you. You know, one thing about Jupiter is there's not going to be a lot of massive high-rise condos. We really don't have very many at all, but we can head just to the south, maybe 10-15 minutes away on Singer Island, and get into much taller buildings if that's what you're after. You know, again, depending on the amenities and what you want, we can find it. So give us a call so we can find out what type of condo you're looking for. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.